Hello everybody, it's been a hot minute since I showed you guys the project. A lot's happened since then, so let's go through it. So the apartment has actually changed a lot. It's gotten a lot smaller now. I talked to some of my family members and they gave me some information about my grandfather and their economic status. They weren't even, obviously they weren't rich because of the Holocaust, but they also weren't really well off before then either. So I really wanted to make this apartment a lot shabbier. I'm not quite done yet, but we got rid of the living room that was out here, and now we just have what we consider a common room and a sleeping room. So we kept the coal stove and the countertops are there. I'm not sure if this is their final textures yet or not. I still need to work on it. I don't like how white everything is, but you can see I'm starting to use a lot more decals now to kind of dirty it up. You can see underneath underneath the thing, you can see some of the stone showing through the plaster. Um, your dad will still be over there sick, and that curtain will move during different parts. But I thought it made sense for the way that they would be divided. There would be my that was my great grandfather. This would be my grandfather's bed, and then over here will be his dresser of drawers and his collection of pens, because he always told me that story about him getting pens for his bar mitzvah. I haven't finished the lighting here, but I'm getting really close to it being done. I'm starting to really like it. I think I just need a little more stuff in here still, but we're getting really, really close in here. But let's head off to the city. Now, this is not the final load screen, obviously. I mean, it would be kind of weird to have a cyberpunk loading screen, but just wanted to show off that we have loading screens now, and we actually have pause menus and stuff like that, so that's nice. One of the big things that we did is I added normals.
I wonder if that fire truck
So
has anything to do with all the noise.
if you
monitoring
look
last night.
at the cobblestone here, when this truck moves, or this fire thing moves, you can see the actual reflection of on the stones. This is all flat, but it looks that way. I also updated the fire truck as well. There's still no driver, but I'm still working on that. It's actually based on a toy I found. We're starting to add in some of the graffiti. Now, I know this seems really anti-Semitic. If you don't know what this project is, this is based in 1938 Frankfurt on the morning of Kristallnacht. So there was going to be a lot of, unfortunately, anti-Semitic graffiti. This is going to be an educational project. So I'm not trying to glorify this. I really want to show the horrors of what happened. So that way we understand, never again. But the part of never again is the actual education. But back to technical aspects, like I said, we set up normals on a lot of stuff now. Some of them are a little bit harder than I like, but I'm still working on that. The buttons all still work.
On numerous retellings of this story,
So.
Walter always talked about the people he saw on his way to work that were drinking
I
early
haven't.
in the morning.
I'm gonna have to redo
How unusual
the
it
bakery
was.
again. I've learned so much about
They destroyed
just
the bakery.
lighting and texturing and a whole bunch of other stuff that this isn't right anymore. But that's okay. I will fix it.
There's something I can save.
Another cool thing that we've done since then is I've started using procedural buildings, and we're gonna look at these in a little bit more detail in just a second. But I've been able to use the parts that I used to build the buildings to actually procedurally build them. And here comes the fire truck again. Let's move out of its way. I don't want it to honk at me. We can go over here and look at these buildings real quick, and then we'll go over to the temple. I know there's still some holes and stuff here. But these are all going to be procedurally designed and then imported. I've already redone these doors. I just haven't got a chance to put them in. But it really definitely gives a great feel to the city. And I need to work on the floor some too, or the street. There's no normals on this. You can see how flat it is. But I spent a lot of time trying to learn to illustrate fire in a storybook feel. And I really think this is starting to come along. It's not done yet. Again, I'm not praising what happened, but I'm really happy with the way I got this to look so far. It's using billboards and then animated fire. So, but like I said, this is still not temporary, but unfinished. But the city itself is starting to come along real nicely. And I've actually found where I think he was taken after this. And I'm going to start modeling that next after I finish out more of the city. But I want to see if I can get a lot more of this done before I start moving on to the next location. I'm still going to try to hit my November deadline. I've got a lot left to do. I have a lot of systems left to build, not just graphics, but dialogue and other stuff and animations. But I'm going to do my best to see what I can do, and it will be what it'll be. I'm going to finish this out. I'm looking forward to finishing this and showing it off to the world. But we're not quite there yet. You can kind of see how good that glass looks here. I'll go over here and you can see it a little bit better over here. I see the difference in the way the light reflects off the glass is nice. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you'd like to give me any information you may have about this event or anything else that happened during that time that you think might be useful for me, you can always comment on this video and I'll get back in touch with you, or you can email me, or there's a lot of ways to get in contact with me. I have a really unique name. It's Kenneth Lovenberg. And I'm totally down for talking about this or getting help from anybody. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully my next update won't take so long. And thank you so much.